right, we are talking about all the neglected homes that we see out there, and we're just here to answer any questions you might have about your home and see if there's anything we can shed light on that would help you maintain your home better. So, do you have any questions? No? All right. I tell you, I think I'm going to go over a maintenance tip that I have on my website. You can download this, and uh, for the fall, there's a number of things that we have for the fall and each quarter. Then we have every 5 years, you should check some things. Every yearly, you should check some things, and then monthly. Monthly is the air filter, and we're going to talk about that some other time. But what we have today is checking the um, cleaning your dryer vent. Be a good idea to walk around your house and look for that dryer vent and notice where the let me silence this. Notice where the dryer link comes out and all the heat and steam. That needs to be cleaned out periodically. If you can see some lint in there, there might be a little protective cover on it or a flap, but you need to move all that out of the way. Open it up, and I'll put a glove on and dig in there with your hand and see if you can get any lint out. I had a situation once where my wife and I are sitting on the back deck, and she saw a bird flying into my dryer vent. And we said, all right, well, that's another little maintenance thing I need to do. So I opened it up, and the bird's nest was right on the end. As soon as you look in there, you see all the sticks hanging out. And I dug my hand in there, and there was uh, just a little bit of debris. And then I got a flashlight, and it looked clear. So I got the flap working again properly, and now we're not going to have any really warm birds, and we're not going to have any toasted birds. And so the rest of it looked pretty clear too. It's the same idea as cleaning out the filter on your dryer. If you don't clean out your filter on your dryer, then you don't get good airflow and your dry times take longer. If you're noticing that your dry times take longer than usual and your filter is clear, then you might have a problem within the line itself. It might be clogged. Uh, if you leave that uh, and truly neglect it for a long time, then it could back up and not let the heat out. The heat can smolder in there and actually start a fire. We um, we had a tour with the fire department last week with our association, and that was brought up. And they said um, basically there aren't as many dryer fires as there used to be, and it may be some safeties on the dryer itself that are reducing that. But uh, all that aside, you should keep your house maintained and operating properly so you clear out your dryer vent. Now, the next thing is if you have an emergency generator, well, it might be time for you to pull it out before the chance that we have an ice storm this winter. Fall is a good time to run it, test it, make sure it operates properly, get the gas moving in it again, make sure you use the gas that is has treatment in it so it'll last a long time. It's good to actually run the gas out of your generator periodically so you get good clean gas in there. You want to operate properly. And then every generator is a little different. There's some tricks in starting it, but always a good thing before you let the generator sit for any length of time. If it's, you're going to use it next week, that's one thing. But if you know it's going to sit in storage for a little while. It's good to have your generator running and then cut the gas valve so the gas does not go to the motor and it actually runs out of gas. And that'll clear the gas out of your chambers and your lines and keep them from corroding. And then once it quits and runs out of gas, then you turn it all down, turn it all off and shut it down and prep it for storage. So that's your tips for your generator. And let's see, one more thing. Your sump pump. Winter could be a rainy season here in Georgia. So if you do have a sump pump, things need to be maintained and things sometimes just quit working. So it might be time to go in there and test your sump pump. And how you would do that if you had it set up before, it'll be set below the concrete level of your basement. And if you get water in there, it trips a valve, kind of like reverse valve of a toilet. When the water gets to a certain level, then the pump kicks on. So what you could do is you reach in there and pull that little lever up. And you should be able to pull it up to where the float is still below the top, so it doesn't get bound up by the top of the pump area. And then it should kick on, and the pump should start running and pump the water out. So that would be a real good check for this time of the year. If you have sump pump and then get your generator, I need to do it. I need to do it myself, and I might actually get my generator out today, actually do it. So maybe someone will hold me accountable to that, but I need to get my generator going just to make sure that I'm actually on a well system. So generator is really important to us. If we lose power, we lose water too. So yeah, I think it's time to start pulling that ripcord and getting that thing fired up. So any other questions? It might be a short one today, but those things are really good to know about, maintain. Anything else? Well, just remember, we are probably the best independent home advocate you could choose. If you need a home inspection, or if you need some maintenance on your house, or if you don't know if you need maintenance on your house, we can actually come take a look at it and do a little consulting, walk around and find those issues before they become costly. So Richard Smith, Calibre Home Inspections, looking forward to seeing you next week. Thanks a lot. Bye, everybody.